up. Saying I wouldn't choose mono blue in a blind format, says XSV. Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of the knock to the wizard deck. Why we're trying to brew something else is also the other streamers would probably expect something like that from me. Do we want the removal? This is a 60 right here, but seriously, do we want, like... Sliver's probably just too slow. It's just a flex slot for the main. We saw Jace. This has a target. We saw Cryptics. This has a reason to come in. Crypt swap for instant speed interaction. Okay. 2 cuts. Pontiff seems like gas too. Do we really need Eiley? He's not really... I mean, yes, he beat us down, but that wasn't because of his threats and their size and their aggression. That was because he had a really nice draw, unfortunately, for the home team. I don't know about the Eiley in this matchup. I feel like a lot of her versatility is the life gain. Cut the worship. Since he's able to just bounce it. Okay. That's true. He was also running Repeal. Yeah, what did we see? We saw Dismembers, we saw multiple Cryptics, we saw Jace, Repeal, bunch of fairies. Got it. Let's do it. That was also a one-lander from us. Alright, so now we're seeing some of the basics side. Can this deck hold up when we see the basics and not the nice mana? This hand technically still works. Is it great? No. We're going to have to find a black source for these. So what are we doing? What's our sequence? Turn 1 Pilgrim, turn 2 hope to draw a black source? This doesn't seem good enough. This doesn't seem good enough. There's no like turn 2 play after the Pilgrim. We could probably get a nicer 6. It is missing black mana, yeah. Snap keep it? Really? Snap keep because it's got a turn 1? Snap keep because it has most of the combo? There's no black source. We're going to need to find a Harbinger for the black source. Alright. I mean, just because it's a 100-ticket format doesn't mean we have to keep, like, the same kind of hands you would keep, like, in a draft format. It's not that bad. We're still... Like, both of us are still playing Modern. The tournament will still be Modern. I'm just saying, this is more of a hand I would keep maybe in, like, a draft situation. Turn 4 swing 8 is good. Oh, he certainly can't dismember it. How many black sources in the list? We managed to squeeze in 7? 8, 9, 10, 11. And you can count the Harbingers because they can find the Bosk. So like 14 black sources? 15? Sorry, 15? The only sources that don't give us black are these. In fairness, this is like kind of a weird way to go about getting the source. I know that. I realize that. But it also has some other utility in the deck. It finds changelings. It finds... Alright, Sun Petal, not a great draw. Maybe 22 is too much. Should we go to 21? Oh, yeah, thank you. Carrotids. We're running 3. Thank you. So we're actually on 17 black source. Not that we won't ever get the black sources. Dismember, sure, dude. That's a very aggressive dismember. You got it, man. In fairness, he couldn't dismember the Colossus. I don't think he's wrong, though. You do want to shunt a big mana deck's ability to... I mean, maybe we should try to get another Woodlands in this thing. We should probably try to get one more Woodlands in this. We should reprice it somewhere and try to get the 4th Woodland Cemetery. That's the more expensive one, though. We're basically at 100. We're basically at exactly 100 right now. Wild Combo says, really gotta respect your attitude towards the... Oh, thanks, Wild Combo. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, like, I always respect... I always assume that your opponent's playing a sweet deck. Like, there could be a Mana Leak right here. Did I know he had it? It could have been a Spell Stutter Sprite. My hope it was a Spell Stutter. Did we see Mana Leak last game? No, but if someone's running Cryptics, you assume that they're also trying to jam leaks. Did he stick Snapcasters in this thing too? I am starting to be a little incredulous too, team. I wonder... Oh, there shouldn't be Eldrazi. You shouldn't need Spreading Seas. There shouldn't be Eldrazi. Let me tell him, don't forget... We may not need things like Spreading seas. Don't call your doom, says Ike. Huh? I know Colossus is pro black. I mean, you can still mana leak it. This is probably another mana leak potentially. Probably has another leak. Yeah, he's not really doing anything proactive, and some of his Fae do need to hit the board. I don't know about this in this format, though. Like, Nathaniel was trying to ban the strategies that this is good against. You said mana leak and it happened? The mana leak had already happened. Sure. You got it, dude. Like, you're not hurting my mana base at all. Sure. It's like, I have a Plains in my hand. Revoker is Conclave? Go for the combo? Like, what are we doing here? We turning this off? Yeah, we saw things like Jace. Why don't we champion for the Pilgrim back? No, let's lead Teysa, and then if he kills Teysa, which he might, we'll bring back the Teysa with the champion and pay red this time. To be fair, counter magic decks might be my worst matchup, says XSV. Let's go for the Teysa. It might be another mana leak. Just go for a Revoker on blind Jace. Let's just jam Teysa. It's also resilient to another mana leak if he has one. What's nice is if he dismembers this, we can champion it back. Sign of Una. Okay. Okay, so we've got Gavany. He's sitting on a Cryptic this time. Do you just jam a Revoker? Well, if you jam Revoker, he counters. You can name Jace, you can name Conclave. Probably has Mistbind here. Go for attacks. So what are we jamming this Revoker on? Probably Jace, since we saw Jace. I mean, the Conclave is a thing, but probably more into Jace. Probably more into stopping something like Jace. JCB. Dark Juice's side died a Mistbind. Why do you say that? When does the cost need to be under 100 at the registration date? No, Gickman, that's why we're taking pictures and screenshots and I'm putting versions of it into here. Vapor Snag my Teysa? Okay. Did he like build this specifically? It's funny. No, Vapor Snag's still fine even if you don't think you're going up against a worship deck. It's like this has Hate for Worship printed all over it. Okay. I'm probably just putting a 1/1 counter on the Revoker here. Let's do it. Grow my Revoker. Fly, fly. Another champion. Okay, so you just jam the Tesa again. After attacks. Yes, that is the best time to misbind. For sure. Yeah, I would say just jam the Tesa again. This time he's going after the Gavany. Can't do it in response, we need one more land. Okay, so we're going to Crypt Champion back the Tesa next turn, right? Seems like the best play. Ooh, Ascendancy. I still think Crypt Champion's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can do both. Let's jam. Unless you were slamming Ascendancy before combat. But I don't think I am. And this is why. He's going for the Conclave block. Sure. That must mean he has a JCB in hand. This also means I get to resolve all of the beautiful things that we want to do. Now we can't get the we can cast the champion. We can either choose the Ascendancy or the champion. Now the champion is gonna die because we don't have the red for keeping the champion, but at least we get the Tesa back, or you get the Revoker back. Yeah, I just noticed as well, team. We have choices here. It's either between the Tesa and the Revoker. Him going aggressively after the Revoker here with the land could indicate there's a JCB in the hand, and in that case you do want to just get this back, even at the cost of giving up the champion. XSV says play both. How? Yeah, so Revoker. Go for the Tesa. Oh, I do get a 1/1 from the Crypt Champion, don't I? If we stack the triggers right. So we need to make sure that the Tesa happens first. Gotcha. Good idea. Go for champion. Alright, as long as we stack this, let me analyze these triggers. Okay, so we've got the, when it's enters the battlefield, sacrifice it. So that needs to hit the stack first. So we're going to get the Tesa back first. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in the Tesa for sure, but it might be the Revoker. Go for Revoker, says XSV. Go for Tesa, get the 1/1. I mean, the 1/1's really valuable right now. We don't know for sure if he has a Jace. Let's go for Tesa. I know, Dark Drews, I stacked it correctly. And now we lose the champion, but we're getting the token. That's not bad synergy. That's not bad. I don't hate this card in the list. It's actually really cute, really cool, and it does enable the combo you guys are describing. Tesa for sure. Almamar Depths. Okay. Viomonk, no. Unfortunately, it's just for card hoarders. Let me link it one more time. If anybody has that question, don't hesitate to do the !100 tickets. Information is key. Information is key. Pontiff seems sweet. We can save it though, right? I mean, it seems like he's kind of behind. I mean, Abs and Ascendancy is the last thing we want to do. I think we want to just keep getting in there. Gut shot? Sure, dude. You go to 9. You got it. So this is a cryptic, right? So